This past weekend was belt graduation here at Ancient Ways. It's always a great opportunity to get a feel for how everyone is feeling about their training. We take it very seriously and we use the opportunity to find ways to fine-tune our program and how we operate our business. We talk to as many of the students and parents as we can. I had one adult student tell me, "This is the best program I've ever seen." Now, this is a former martial artist. I can't say enough great things about it, and I want you to know how much we love it. His wife and he are both in the program. I had one dad who participates with his wife and son say to me, "Thank you for this." When I asked what he was thanking me for, he said, "This place, this program, it's really been amazing for my whole family." Now, they have one child who does not attend Ancient Ways. "I'm having a great time," he says, "and we all have gained so much from our training. It's really fantastic." I said it was my privilege and expressed that I was sorry we couldn't help the other child. "You know," he added, "we started the practice of letting him quit things a long time ago, and now can't get him to do any of the things we know he should do. He's a teenager now, nearly an adult, and adulthood is going to be really tough on him. I wish we could have gotten him here before we made those mistakes, and we would have known better." Another dad who trains with his son bragged on and on about how great the program is and how good it's been for both of them, but especially for his son. He said, "His behavior was really terrible when he started, but you guys were so patient with him. There were rough moments where I wasn't sure I was even going to be able to bring him, but we both absolutely love it here now." He and his son are now advanced students and super hardcore about their training, always smiling, sweating, and learning. One mom spoke to me about the rough spots of getting her son to class. "I remember you telling me when he was very new that he was sooner or later going to want to quit, but that if I just kept bringing him, not giving him the choice, that he'd work through it. Now here he is, close to black belt, loving training every single day. He has the best friends here and has gained a work ethic he never would have gained otherwise." Then there are the quitters. They train for a while, seem super dedicated, but once they realize that this requires work to become proficient, they disappear. When we call, they don't answer, or if they do answer, they give an excuse, and believe me, I've heard them all. Martial arts is not a sport. In a sport, you win or you lose, and your endeavor, of course, is to win. This is a school. In a school, you're here to learn and grow. Can you compete? Sure, but one of the first things a trained martial artist learns is that this is about self-defense, not winning a game. There are no rules in self-defense, and we learn that the most important battles are the ones that go on inside us. The self-loathing, the lack of discipline, the poor work ethic, and the low confidence. Look, no one is good at first. It takes, number one, consistent practice. Number two, mindful repetition. And number three, over time. There is no way around those three things. We warn everyone on their very first day, everyone wants to quit at some time or another. Even doing a fun thing can get tedious if you do it enough. Riding a roller coaster over and over again will not be fun on ride number 100. Martial arts is not supposed to be some amusing activity. It's supposed to be valuable, lesson-filled, a journey that ends with achieving the ultimate goal, black belt. Now, it's easy to say, well, black belt isn't for everyone, and that particular student didn't have what it takes. And this is what many schools do. They just write them off. I've been doing this since I was in high school in the late 70s, and I've been teaching since the early 80s. I can say without a doubt that it isn't the student who failed in their commitment. It was the support team. Sometimes, and especially back in the 70s, it might have been the instructor. Most were part-time instructors with day jobs, not really dedicated to the students, and they seldom had adequate training on how to motivate and keep students engaged, disguising the necessary repetitions and using the best practices like we do today. However, usually back then, and almost assuredly today, that support team that either ensured success or failure is the parents. Notice of the situations that are listed above, they almost all had parents training with the kids. Those kids are going to put a lot of importance on their training because their parents do it too. One mom doesn't participate due to medical reasons, but she never misses a class and makes sure to not just be here playing games on her phone, but instead watches class, giving encouraging thumbs up and supportive smiles when her son looks to her. She gives compliments on the way home, often getting the chance to reiterate the lessons from class, making them more of a permanent lesson, shaping her son into the gentleman she hopes him to be. She told me that the most important thing she did was to make this a have to do in her mind and in his. He doesn't get a choice, she says. This is like school, eating his vegetables, going to bed on time, and brushing his teeth. It is something I decided a long time ago he's going to do, and the choice isn't his. Did he always want to go every day? No, but once he's here, he loves it and is glad he came. Once I pointed this out to him a few times, he stopped arguing about it. So why do some people believe so wholeheartedly in our program and others treat it like an inconvenience or a distraction from their favorite shows, or worse, happy hour? It's hard to say, but I can assure you, if you feel like most of our nearly 300 students, that this has the potential to be positively life-altering, and you put that level of importance on it and don't give your child a choice on their attendance, then you too will see the rewards in the long run. Every single day I meet someone who says, I wish my parents had not let me quit. They don't say they wish they hadn't quit. They blame their parents. But never in my life have I heard anyone say, darn you, Mom, for making me get my black belt. Stand strong for your child when they cannot, and watch them soar.